A storm is coming.
Who am I? Who am I? Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I make the rules. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my mood's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about the pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. There's no way you can shake me. I am your debt, and you know you can't pay me. I am your pain, and I know you can't take me. Play the game, you're gonna be the slave, you're gonna change your name, you're gonna die in flames. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. Time to play.
out here with you? What?
ACT, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, or Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take it off. Look, you got some weed? I gotta get some. All right, hurry up. Diesel and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you. All right.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say you love it, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass, girl, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up.
Do that, but we do appreciate his true supporters out there. We really do.
Yeah.
And I want to appreciate you also, Frank. We appreciate Joel, Dr. Central, we appreciate Dr. Robin and Faison, and Prima Donna and all the other bloggers that have actually been putting out real facts. We're not in the going back and forth. We don't have anything to do with that.
They said that's a man right there. He checked somebody. I said, all right, shit. Now he went from Don Russell. Now that's Uncle Don.
They have to prove this. Before I go, I will say this.
He ended up taking this case because he said, you know, Rob, I'll take this, just like he took his child support case and see what happened to that shit. Now, let's just look at the child support. When Greenberg showed up to court, they hit Rob over the head, although he wasn't making no money. As a matter of fact, Andrea was making more money than Rob at that time, and he had to pay her child support. She should have been.
But kind of like how they did Rob. How you?
To get out there and pray, send positive energy his way, send strength his way, send understanding, send healing, send all those things that's necessary for his soul to be in the right place to receive whatever, you know, God and the universe is going to deliver to him.
However you got to do it, get it done. That's just how it is. I mean,
excuse any of the alleged behavior? Absolutely not.
So why?
I mean, so, you know, for the fact of the matter is, he's not the person that these women that are out here targeting men of high stature to validate themselves. That's just not who he is.
What about the videos?
I mean, the videos exist, but you think.
So how in
those days, Mike Tyson went to jail for what? Because he can prove what happened in that room, right? So,
yeah, okay, and?
So he's not taking videos because he gets something off of me. He can have sex every day if he wanted to. He's R. Kelly. So you got to think about that. The only way to prove that it was consensual, maybe it would have been the taking.
All crazy, right? You learn that.
Yeah, right here where I'm from, we had a mayor to get convicted, but the people who were making the millions, they got a slap on the wrist.
Like, that's so stupid. Like, why would you talk and say things and they can use that against you to the court law anyway? The man was convicted and he has appealed it because of insufficient counsel. And Greensburg was his attorney.
Last time you talked to him?
I had word from him last week.
Oh, okay. So you guys are in current communication and everything?
We communicate. Yeah, we have a way of communicating, yes.
No, I spoke to my, hey, Felicia, I spoke to the judge and I told her the situation. She said immunity and plea is two different things. Immunity is when you're that you're exchanging something that the government wants to walk away. She said he's either pleading because of the situation with the case money-wise. He can't afford this trial. She said also he can be pleading because he don't want to go before, have a trial, because he don't want to intimidate or cause more harm to Robert. Or he just want to
and they pick it apart, and R. Kelly gets the OJ treatment. Those pedophilia films will be the next case.
He didn't own shit. You wrote a whole song called I Admit It Now. Period. And that's what put all that. So no, oh shit, we gotta cooperate now. Period. Because this nigga finna come after everything we own. Period. Now all of a sudden he's locked up. He got shit to do with nothing. He done with no chicks in no fucking room. Trust me, they've been through those bitches' phones too. Sorry, Alpha. They've been through their phones too. They know the communication between them and Rob. They know what them apples was sending him. They was scared to get up and go use the fucking bathroom because another motherfucker was gonna sit in their seat. They know that shit. Hey, daddy. Hey, baby. Hey, boo. They see all that. You wouldn't force nobody to say that shit. There's a million women in this concert calling them the same shit. You ain't forcing them. They seeing all that.
Shit, damn, Keith Sweat got a song Call Me Daddy. So, I mean, people...
Wait, but if you would leave it up to him, he's doing the R. Kelly Defense Fund. Should he have a defense? What we got to raise money for?
Hey, listen, he got it, but Rob ain't got it. And I see that nigga buying new cars and moving in houses and all that shit and get better backdrops, and they got a whole bundle with a TV show now, whatever you call it. But everybody else that's getting modest income ain't blowing like he is with their shit. Ain't nobody paying that motherfucker. He got about 3,000 followers. How did he go from doing shit on his cell phone to having a whole podcast set up?
Right.
How did he do that?
Right. And then he gonna say everything he got it from the firm. Boy, the firm wasn't even out long enough, nigga. You been scamming since last year. The fuck you talking?
Exactly. He been scamming motherfuckers since the beginning. That's how he got them girls out of their money that he brought down at the meat rob. He was bringing people in the meat rob and charging them with $700 from the pop. He would get you a photo rob. He been using Rob for a fucking longer. All this shit about somebody. I'm putting Rob's music out. I'm making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for pay. People, we need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real defense. We have 3 different high and powerful law firms that are ready to take Rob's case. We know what they're going to cost, and we have to raise money for them. The platform that I'm putting them out on, it will show how much money is coming in, and it will show the money being donated to this firm to represent his case. And it has to be done a strategic way so that the people can't come in and have liens against them and take the money. Period. So there are a lot of liens against him. And by him being a warning state, if he gets convicted, they're going to come after all of his shit.
Y'all motherfuckers should have known I wasn't playing. But check this out. It's time to walk. That walk. All pieces matter.
We're building something here, Detective. We're building it from scratch. All the pieces matter.
Y'all can't be playing no checkers on no chessboard, yo. All right, man. Now look, check it. It's simple. See this? This the kingpin, all right? And he the man. You get the other dude's king, you got the game.
All right. What about them little bald-headed bitches right there?
All right, these right here, these are the pawns. They like the soldiers.
So how do you get to be the king?
It ain't like that. See, the king, stay the king, all right? Everything stay who he is.
So if I make it to the other end, I win.
Nah, yo, it ain't like that. Look, the pawns, man, in the game, they get capped quick. They be out the game early.
Unless they some smart ass pawns.
Yo, hey yo. Check it out. Here it comes.
Something ain't right, yo.
Watch out, man. Got that food. It's packing. Here he comes.
Yo, son, come on. Yo, Omar's coming, man. Yeah. The cheese stands alone.
Niggas try to catch me to drop. Niggas try to put me from a rock. They ain't know I had to block. Now everybody get shot. Niggas try to catch me to drop. Niggas try to put me from a rock. They ain't know I had to block. Now everybody get shot. Fuck boy, don't rap. Where you going? Fuck boy, don't rap. Watch still on me. Fuck boy, don't rap. Where you going? They ain't know I had to get it. Fuck boy, don't rap. Oh man. Fuck boy, don't rap. Where you going? Fuck boy, don't rap. Get that nigga. They ain't know I had to get it.
BROOKLYN. 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 It's Brooklyn, back at it again. If it's an issue, then we handle that. Me and my gun stick together like candle wax. No face, no case, tie the bandana back. Niggas blame at me, fuck it, I'm blaming back. Get the grip with extended clip. Yeah, nigga, flip you showing off, let that 40 off. Boom, tomato sauce. Those is fours, nigga, take them off. Nigga, take them off. I want that watch, I want that chain too. Thank you, that be off. I be mobbing with a bunch of G's up his red light. High speed dipping on the D's, running red lights. Hop out, running the building, fucking up a pair of lights. No paradise, I'm in the hood like a pair of dice, nigga.
Y'all know what this is. Nobody move, nobody get hurt. Brooklyn forever. Just keep your hands where I can see. Here now, don't run. We gonna do this nice and smooth the Brooklyn way. Ha! They like, damn, boy, you moving different. Facts. Acting Hollywood like you in the movie business. Nah, dog, I just gotta prove I'm different. But still packing like I'm in the moving business. Once you level up, you gotta maneuver different. Your boy still whip it like he in the smoothie business. Got the Jamba Juice right here in the bomber's booth. Niggas tight with me cause they baby mama lose.
I'ma punch in. Rosie. Icy. Murder.
Axel.
I know the ops like it, we go again. Man down, you won't never see your bro again. They want peace, but I want smoke again. She say for Leo, you won't never see your hoe again. She wanna fuck with the big egg. She wanna fuck with the big egg. Leo. She wanna fuck with the big egg.
Let's go. Let's go.
You won't never see your hoe. Bitch, I'm like 8, and I ring bells, and I'm with Dawn, and I'm with Shells. Knuckles is dragging, I'm raising hell. Free Dick Wolf, how did that sell? I'm on the gram, looking at cash. I should be in Dubai with the bro, but I'm on my plug, and we in LA. You know I do buy all the dope. This for them niggas that's speaking on me. Get you lined up, buy for real.
A lot of y'all don't know this song.
The Glock wake them up, top of the suit. We sending niggas to heaven. We ain't sending niggas to ER. Nigga, I'm paying for bodies, like I'm sending bitches to DR. I said, nigga, I'm the big 8. Turn you to a big player.
I'm the big 8.
Shooters from Cayuga down to mid-state. Bitch, when I step, I'ma step on my urgent. Got enough guns to fill up a suburban. I press the button, you know that they purge. No lingo online, cause you know that they lurking. I know the ops like it, we go again. Man down, you won't never see your bro again. They want peace, but I want smoke again. She say for Leo, you won't never see your hoe again. She wanna fuck with the big egg. She wanna fuck with the big egg. Leo. She wanna fuck with the big egg. Money game, money game, money game. You won't never see your hoe again.
She wanna. Yes, sir. Don Russell to the booty house. Oh, the chips are falling.
Time to play the game.
I wonder who next.
Time to play the game.
Y'all played the game.
It's all about the game, and how you play it, all about control. And if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game.
I'm just saying, it's only a matter of time. All of y'all that sat back and tried to steal my slogans. Oh, if Rob go down, everybody go down. Yeah. I got one question to ask. One question. When people was putting me off their platforms for speaking out against Don, I was the only consistent one that stood in the face of danger and spit in it. I stuck with Don, stayed with Don. Now, everybody that said Don was the muscle, they believe in Don. I got one question for you. Where you at? Where you at? Come on in to the Big Apes chat. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, Dana lying. And Don ain't do nothing. He just did it to help Robert. You know what I hear right now? You know what I hear right now? I'm going to tell you what I hear. And you know the next thing they're going to say? You shouldn't gloat over somebody going to jail. Why not? I told y'all once to stand on the side of right. Now y'all leader gone. Did y'all think I was playing when I said if Rob get locked up for something he didn't do, each and every last one of y'all going to jail for what y'all did do? I heard the people talking. Bedbug, have you wondered why I left you alone? Have you wondered why I shut up even when you start talking? Keep talking. You're next. Sylvia, you want to cuss somebody out? Cuss them people out when they come and grab you for putting out judges' communications, for lying and impeding upon federal property. Glenda, I know you like, you ain't do shit. Don't you work for parole and probation? Didn't you play an audio from a federal prison? Oh, don't say you ain't get it now. Don't say it was doctored up now. Remember, Rob called you, remember? Prima's definitely in the building. Then I heard Rainbowski say the 28th. Tick, tock. If I was you, I wouldn't be worried about the 28th. And you still haven't learned. Anybody that have any threats that the Boski have did, send it to me. Any threats that he done within the last 48 to 72 hours, send it to me. I know exactly who to give it to. These are the games I'm playing. My email is, I'm about to post my email. If you have any threats that Christopher Gunn have placed, I don't care if he's under T Baby's name, send it to me. I know how to explain it. I want it all. Like I said, this beef, it's not even a beef. The Don Russell situation, that was for Robert. This thing with me and Dabowski, that's for my kids. The thing with Big Bug, that's for Larry White. Blockbender, I ain't forget you. I'm coming. Remember you doxed me. Remember you doxed me in public. I hope you got a lawyer ready. That's all I'm going to say. And remember you threatened my life publicly. I don't play with road cops. Like I said, I'm coming after each and every last one of you. One by one. Remember that. They should have left me alone. So let's get into it. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's get me up to 100 likes. I need 74 people. Y'all playing in here. I got 156 people and only 30 something like. No. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Because I got the entire breakdown. I'm going to give y'all piece by piece, but then I'm going to give you the entire breakdown as well. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody say kung fu fighting. Shout out to my man Willie. He sent me the links, but then I had to go get the official script. There I go. This is not in order right here. Before jury returns, Friedman is holding forth. Friedman, I think Friday afternoon always focuses a jury's mind to reach a verdict. In LA, it's the traffic that does it. Bets are being taken whether the jury reaches Russell's verdict this afternoon after the charge. It's 1:01 p.m. and defendant Donnell Russell is not back in court. Friedman is told to call him and does. Friedman also says his phone is off. He must have just gone through security. And here he is now, Judge Goodolph, bringing the jury. All rise. Judge Goodolph begins his jury instructions, telling them not to give any weight to overrule or sustain objections. Be fair and impartial. Judge Goodolph deploys the Southern District of New York standard example of circumstantial evidence. A person comes into the courtroom with a wet umbrella. You can summarize that it is raining. Or Judge Goodolph, if you would like transcript of the testimony, send me a note. Any communication to me should be through your foreperson. I have prepared a verdict form for your use. You may now begin your deliberations. And the city press will tweet as needed. Update 1. So far, As the jury deliberates, only Friedman remains at counsel's table. The prosecutors have left. Their office is around the corner. Donnell Russell has stepped out. Inner City Press is on the case. Watch this site. Okay. Let's see what happens after that. Let's see. Like I said, I'm gonna read the play-by-play first. Please bring in the jury. Jury entry. Judge Goodolph, your rope. We are confused. Some of us feel that Cash Jones participated in a conspiracy with the defendant that was open-ended. Others feel no proof Jones was available. Uh-oh. 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 Judge Goodolph, questions are appropriate, but don't disclose the nature of any conversations in the jury room. On conspiracy, see page 21 of my charge. You may resume your deliberations. Jury leaves. Judge will await their next note. Us, too, watch this feed. Update. Hold on. During law, after jury showed his hand, Donnell Russell and Friedman speak first in the courtroom. Now outside of it, seems Friedman is interpreting the note and mulling a plea to count one to avoid a verdict on count two. Would the U.S. even offer that now? Seems Friedman is interpreting the note and mulling a plea to count one to avoid a verdict on count two. Would the U.S. even offer that now? Update near final. The prosecutors are back in the courtroom. It seems there is not only a note, but a verdict. Now Donnell Russell is back. Judge Goodolph, okay, the jury has reached a verdict. Bring in the jurors. Bring the jurors out. I'm sorry. All rise. Judge Goodolph, Mr. Foreperson, what say you? Guilty. After jury leaves, Friedman, I'll brief my Rule 29 motion in 2 weeks. Judge Goodolph, sentencing November the 21st at 10 a.m. Sentencing November the 21st at 10 a.m. I'm going to point something out to y'all. Update 2. There's a jury note. Judge Goodolph says his inclination is to simply reiterate his instructions and add that they are not being asked to determine if there was an open-end conspiracy between Russell and Cash Jones. Only that there was a conspiracy. AUSA Davis, fine with us. Friedman, I agree. Judge Goodolph, I'll call them in and tell them it is not appropriate to put in notes anything about the discussions taking place in the jury room. Then I'll refer them to page 21. Okay. We read that one. We read that one already. There were two UN marshals in the courtroom. Oh, really? In case Judge Goodolph ordered him immediately jailed. He didn't. I wonder why. So then you see, hold on. Something I want to show y'all. Something I want to show y'all. Hold on. It's something I want to show you. Hold on. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. I want to show y'all this before I get to the whole joint. Hold on. Hold that thought. Where is it at? Here we go. AUSA Pomerantz. Mr. Kronansky is not a voice expert. He's just guy at the desk of Newhouse. You can change your voice from a lawyer voice to a tough voice. He wanted to sound scary. Mr. Friedman tried to say the 738 call was a fax. That doesn't make sense. AUSA Don Russell is just a man who made a threat. Why did he do it? To shut down a documentary screening? To protect his bottom line? Uh-oh. He is guilty. Judge Goodolph, jurors, we've ordered lunch for you. We'll resume later. Thread will continue. Right? Okay. I want y'all to see something that I'm trying to show y'all. I want y'all to see one thing that you don't do in court with your lawyer. Hold on. I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Yep. Here we go. One thing you don't do is show your assets in court. Not with your lawyer. Because now your lawyer going to throw you under the bus. And that's what Friedman did. Friedman, this is my last chance to talk with you. The U.S. goes last because it is their burden. But in the jury room, ask yourself, what would Mr. Friedman say? What about this call from Mike Williams? That 8169 number. That's enough. Friedman, remember Jerry Maguire and Ron Tidwell. It's like that. Show me the money. Where is it? They haven't shown That's reasonable doubt. He's not charged with trying to shut down the theater. It's the threat. If there's not enough evidence, it's not guilty. Yeah, okay. Friedman, you'll hear about R. Kelly again. Why would Friedman say that? Check this out. Why would Friedman say that? If now they're not trying to pin it all on R. Kelly. So Friedman said, you'll hear about R. Kelly again. But you said you won't let that sway you. Thank you. Judge Goodolph, a break before rebuttal. Thread will continue with our opinion on this case. Consider this threat deferred prosecution yesterday. Okay? And that's the stuff that he put on yesterday. But look what it said, deferred prosecution deal. So check this out. They're back after extensive hot mic. A hot mic means somebody forgot to cut their mic off. Between Freeman and Russell. That means that they were arguing. Not damning. But he put that in it. It wasn't damning, meaning that they wasn't saying nothing that the court didn't know, but they were arguing. Why? Why would you argue with your lawyer? And then it says Adrian Krasnacki received a threat. Russell would stop at nothing. He called the call a threat. Defense counsel has no good response. Wow. Wow. So, like I expected, his fan club, his number one fan club member, the Con Hustle fan club member, puts this out. Praying hands. Because Inner City Press said it's 1:01 p.m. and defendant Donald Russell is not back in court. Friedman is told to call him and does. Says his phone is off. He must have gone through security, and here he is now. So you see, to be determined, put up praying hands. Have y'all seen her go this hard for R. Kelly? Have y'all seen her go this hard for R. Kelly? The answer is no. So when people sit back and say, R. Kelly brought us together, and y'all wonder why I say all of y'all motherfuckers lying. R. Kelly ain't bring all of us together. R. Kelly brought some of us together. Others came in because they seen an opportunity for a cash app, for an upbringing, for a gloater, and for something else, or they were paid to try to take people off their square. So, with that being said, now you see certain people are not for Robert Sylvester Kelly. They're more for Con. Or they more for Donnie Brasco than they are for Robert Kelly. I said it once and I said it again. 95% of the reason Robert is in trouble is because of this guy. People was like, Dana don't know what he's talking about. Well, if that's the case, why was he found guilty? If he ain't do nothing, why was he found guilty? And on top of that, Cash burned him to the cross. That's why Cash ain't get locked up. That's why June Bird ain't get locked up, because she nailed him to the cross too. When your own mama nail you to the cross, you know you ain't shit. And I really believe that they about to come get to be determined because she was aiding and abetting. Choke, don't take your videos down now. I need those videos. When she got on there and started saying, oh, this is person is saying it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That part right there, Prima. That part right there. Warned them too long. I ain't wanting nobody else. Y'all about to see a mass incarceration. Y'all about to see the real empire get locked up. We got your ass investigations. Oh my God. You know what? Look, hold the hell up. Hold up. Oh, we got your ass investigations on the scene. You know what that means?
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
They got a whole investigation. Who the hell is we got you? Yo, who the hell is that? We got your ass investigate. Yo, I'm about to get the hell off of YouTube. I'm gonna tell you that now. This shit done went crazy. We got your ass. Wait a minute. What the hell? We got wait that shit at. Wait a minute. We got your ass locked. We got your ass investigations. Like, man. Yo. Whoever that is, yo, y'all funny as fuck. I ain't even trying to figure that one out. That's the first time I ever see some shit like that. We got your ass investigations. You know what? Look, you know what I mean? Look, man. Look. Man, look.
You see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see what I'm saying. I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
Man, this shit done went bananas. Don Russell got a lot. Shit, you ain't gonna see Blockbender for a good while. Blockbender gonna hit, man. Shit, Blockbender 88. Blockbender done gone down 95 already. And shit, you ain't catching him. Shit. His man done got locked up. Shit. I mean, it's over for you. It's over for you. And my Jamie Foxx, it's over for you, okay? It's over for you. Shit. But hey, we got your ass investigations. Where's Levi when I need him? Goddamn, we got your ass investigation. Oh shit. Man, you never know who coming down the J chat, boy. Lord have mercy. Prima Donna, I need a double dose of cake. Shit. I can't take this. Oh my God. Oh my God. So the reason why Don wasn't locked up is because they can't treat agents like they're not agents. What he did is he gave over a lot of fabricated information, and he told them exactly where most of the stuff is at, where they can find it at when it comes to Robert. And y'all know the outcome. So let's go here. Sentencing was set for November 21st, and the City Press will cover that and the wider legal world. I will be there for that one. Southern District, New York Courthouse, July the 22nd. After the conviction and the sentencing of R. Kelly in the Eastern District of New York, on July the 18th, jury selection became for the trial of his associate Donnell Russell for threats to try to stop a screening of the documentary Surviving R. Kelly, as with the Eastern District of New York trial below. But in more detail, Inner City Press Live tweeted the second and last day, first day here of the jury selection here. On July the 22nd, Russell was found guilty of interstate threat, and sentencing was set for November the 21st at 10 a.m. Thread here and below. On July the 20th, there were opening arguments and witnesses, seemingly more than half of the case. Inner City Press Live tweeted here. On July the 21st, the U.S. final witness and arrested. Russell did not take the stand, and the evidence closed, setting up the July the 22nd closing before deliberation. Inner City Press Live tweeted July the 21st here. On July the 22nd, the closing arguments, jury charge, question and verdict, guilty. Inner City Press Live tweeted it here. Okay, now in hashtag R. Kelly, associate Donnell Russell's trial for allegedly calling in gun threat to Newhouse screening of Surviving R. Kelly, closing arguments, jury entering. Judge Goodolph, now the closing argument of the government, Assistant U.S. Attorney Davis. It is time to hold the defendant accountable for what he did. Not in dispute is that the defendant wanted to stop the screening that night. U.S. plays audio of Don Russell's public interview, admitting he was on the phone. Admitted he was on the phone all day with Newhouse. Sylvia sent that in. Sylvia, I knew you was good for something. Hey, USA Davis, it is only not in dispute that the defendant was in contact all day with Cash Jones, and his home address in Chicago not in dispute. AUSA Davis, at 7:51 p.m., Adrian Konowski called 911 and said the threat was made 10 minutes before. 911 call played. AUSA Davis, so all you have to decide is whether the defendant is the one who called in the threats and worked with others to do so. AUSA Davis, look at this. The NYPD called the defendant's home several times. And the defendant knew the cops were coming to the theater before the cops did. At 7:36 p.m., the defendant texts Cash Jones 15 minutes before Kroniski calls 911 that the cops may come. AUSA Davis, people don't call 911 for a cease and desist threat. Now listen to this recording of Russell talking about Indie Bill. Damn. AUSA, Russell and June Barrett worked for R. Kelly. Whoa. What did I tell y'all? Russell and June Barrett worked for R. Kelly, which was a lie. Here is an invoice. R. Kelly owed Barrett and Russell $4,000. Wait a minute. So they created an invoice because they were stealing from Robert from the money that went to June Barrett's account. And because Robert took the rest of it out, or had the rest of it out, taken out, now they billed them for $4,000. AUSA Davis, it was defendant's mission to shut down the screening to report hashtag R. Kelly and his own bottom line. And to protect hashtag R. Kelly and his own bottom line. What was Don Russell's bottom line? To get as much money out of Robert as he could. Cash Jones sent Donnell Russell the contact info for Lifetime executives. Oh my God, this shit gets worse. He sent around the PowerPoint survivors.pdf to smear the women. Don Russell called one of the victims a lifelong criminal. He also smeared Geronda. Let's go to January 2019. Look at Exhibit 1510. When he learned that Cash Jones is the one who said had called in the gun threat. Whoa. When he learned that Cash Jones is the one who said he had called in the... Wait a minute. That was my live. That was my live. That's the one that Cash said, Dana, you could have got me killed. Oh my God. So they took my live. Oh, shoot. Look at Exhibit 1510 when he learned that Cash Jones is the one who said he had called in the gun threat. She said it on my live. He ran a background check on Cash Jones. Damn. So it's starting to make sense. So Don, the one that ran the background check on me and gave it to Sean and his wife. And the whole time, they fucking around with each other, but they playing to Keith like they don't fuck with Don. Damn, this is some cold shit. So in order to keep me and Keith from talking, they go and have certain ones in their crew to make fake videos and fake audios to say that I'm talking about Keith and other people talking about Keith. And they doctored such stuff up. Oh, hell no. Here's my question. If I ever talk bad about Keith, can somebody send me the link to that live? I'll wait for it because I know it'll come to me February the 14th. That's some cold shit. So the pregnant lady that's not pregnant, they got her to doctor up shit and send it to Keith through Lisa and Cassandra. There's some cold shit. So Don played the background to make it seem like he don't have nothing to do with it because everybody else was doing his bidding for him. Wow. This some cold shit. This cold. But I'm just a little colder because I've been figured that shit out. I just be waiting for the shit to come out. And like I tell everybody, send me the live. AUSA Davis, this is classic evidence of consequence of consciousness of guilt. He needed to discredit Cash Jones as he tried to discredit the survivors. He reached out to Lifetime as Don, supposedly R. Kelly's private investigator. Oh my God. If this ain't the same shit that Sean tried to do to me, he tried to discredit me amongst everybody else. So people would look like that I'm the liar. When technically I've been telling the truth the whole time. I'll be damned. And their whole goal was to get close to certain people like Prima Donna, like Toy, like Niecy, and all of them, so that way it'll make it seem like I'm the problem with everybody else. But they only wanted to get close to the strong people, not knowing that the strong people didn't want to get close to them. This is cold. But I seen this coming when attitudes start brewing for no reason when me and Bobby had that impromptu R. Kelly versus R. Kelly battle. And I destroyed everybody else. And then Bobby jumped on. And then Bobby said, yo, me and you go at it. Cool. They were mad about that. They ain't want nobody talking to me. They just wanted everybody to talk to them. But they all came in and met Robert and his people through me. Man. Facts, bro. You're right. Man. AUSA Davis, this is okay. I said right there. AUSA Davis, this is classic evidence of consciousness of guilt. He needed to discredit Cash Jones as he tried to discredit the survivors. He reached out to Lifetime as Colon Don, supposedly R. Kelly's private investigator, but he checked it with his own email. How stupid. 6 hours. AUSA at 7:12 p.m. Defendant calls Midtown south of NYPD. Then he calls a fire station on 14th Street with his number blocked. Then he calls the Fireball Club at 204 East 23rd Street, right near Newhouse. Then FDNY headquarters in Brooklyn. Then 727 311. AUSA Davis. Don Russell did not want Cash Jones to even meet R. Kelly. Oh, shit. Because she would incriminate him. Donnell Russell said, give that shit to me. He made a terrifying threat. It is a federal crime. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? He was trying to put everything on R. Kelly. And he went and told him that Rob made the call and not him. What did I tell you? AUSA Davis. When you review the evidence, you will conclude Donnell Russell is guilty. Thank you. Judge Goodolph. Mr. Freeman, you are prepared to proceed. Freeman, yes. They haven't proven he committed the crimes they charged him with. So if Cash ain't do it, if Don ain't do it, who y'all trying to say did it? This is why Robert didn't want Friedman on that case, and this is why they had to do a Curcio hearing. And in a Curcio hearing, excuse me, it was agreed that Mr. Freeman would not mention anything about Robert. Freeman said, we don't deny Mr. Russell tried to stop the screening. Oh my God. Oh my God. You just told him that your client guilty. But I am confident you are going to reach the right result, which they did. None of the evidence proves he actually made a threat. What? You don't know who made the threat call. There isn't proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Freeman, let me talk about reasonable doubt. It's a phrase I use a lot, and I'm going to keep using it. If there's evidence you realize you could have used and you didn't see it, that can be reasonable doubt, and that's not guilty. Freeman, it's not a conspiracy to help R. Kelly. I'm gonna leave that there. It's not a conspiracy to help R. Kelly. Here's my problem. Here's my problem. They done pinned all this stuff on R. Kelly, directly and indirectly. And the people saying that he was just trying to help Rob. How was he trying to help Rob when you look at the case and you see that they indirectly are saying that Rob is the one that made the call? So it says it's not a conspiracy, and this is lawyers saying this. It's not a conspiracy to help R. Kelly. They have to show the threat. There are holes. There was no voice ID in this case, but no one in this trial has heard his voice. Wait, another reason to not testify. Could U.S. have recalled Krasniqi? Freeman, only Krasniqi heard the call 4 years ago, and he's done several mind-altering drugs. Still, he told you the cease and desist caller sounded professional, like you heard Don Russell on a YouTube. You saw his resume, walks away from the mic. But you didn't do nothing. You just made them mad. Freeman, he said the second caller sounds like a thug, someone from Brooklyn, like the Wu-Tang Clan. That is a direct quote. Look, he was wearing a Chicago Bears cap. He is not from Brooklyn. Freeman, is Mr. Davis saying the threat call was the 7:37 p.m. or the 7:38 p.m. call? That's reasonable doubt. Mr. Krasniqi admits the other calls came in when he was not at the desk. It's reasonable doubt. They want you to hear he worked for R. Kelly and convict him. Freeman, wait a minute. He just said it's not a crime to help R. Kelly. Now you said, oh my God, man. Lord have mercy. Freeman, this is my last chance to talk to you. The U.S. goes last because it is their burden. But in the jury room, ask yourself, what would Mr. Freeman say? What about this call from Mike Williams, the 8169 number? That's enough. Freeman, remember Jerry Maguire and Ron Tidwell? It's like that. Show me the money. Where is it? They haven't shown. That's reasonable doubt. He's not charged with trying to shut down a theater. It's the threat. If there's not enough evidence, it's not guilty. I'm going to say this. They wanted Rob to be represented by Freeman. With what I'm reading now, if Freeman would have went into Eastern District of New York and Brooklyn, Freeman ass would have still been in the middle of the goddamn flow. These rebuttals are elementary and piss poor. Freeman said, you'll hear about R. Kelly again, but you said you won't let that sway you. Thank you, Judge Gerdoff. A break before rebuttal. They're back after extensive hot mic. After extensive, that's an argument. After extensive hot mic between Freeman and Russell, nothing damning. AUSA Pomerantz, Adrian Koneski received a threat. Russell will stop at nothing. He called the call a threat. Defense counsel has no good response. AUSA Pomerantz, Mr. Koneski is not a voice expert. He's just a guy. He's just a guy at the desk of Newhouse. He can change. Hold on. You can change your voice from a lawyer voice to a tough voice. He wanted to sound scary. Mr. Freeman tried to say the 738 call was a fax call. That doesn't even make sense. They playing with him. AUSA Pomerantz, Mr. Koneski didn't get a threat fax. The cease and desist was put in over the website. Whoa. The defendant used his home phone to communicate with Cash Jones. He texted her, call me on my phone line. She calls the 1689 number, 50 minutes. No, not a fax. Whoa. AUSA, Don Russell is just a man who made a threat. Why did he do it? To shut down the documentary screening? To protect his bottom line? He is guilty. Sits down. Judge Gerdoff, jurors, we've ordered lunch for y'all. We'll resume later. Thread will continue. Before jury returns, Freeman is holding fort. Freeman, I think Friday afternoon always focus on jury mind to reach a verdict. In LA, it's the traffic that does it. Bets are being taken whether jury reaches Russell verdict this afternoon after the charge. At it's 1:01 p.m., the defendant, Donald Russell, is not back in court. Friedman is told to call him, and he does. His phone is off. He must have gone through security, and here he is now. Judge Goodolph bringing the jury. All rise. Judge Goodolph begins his jury instructions, telling them not to give in any weight to overrule and sustain objections. Be fair and impartial. Judge Goodolph deploys the Southern District, New York. Standard example of circumstantial evidence: a person comes into the courtroom with a wet umbrella. That's what we summarize, but you can summarize that it is raining, or hashtag R. Kelly. What? Judge Goodolph, if you would like transcript of the testimony, send me a note. Any communication to me should be through your foreperson. I have prepared a verdict form for your use. You may now begin your deliberations, and the city press will tweet as needed. Update 1. So far, as the jury deliberates, only Friedman remains at counsel's table. The prosecutors have left their offices around the corner. Darnell Russell has stepped out, and the city press is on the case. Watch this site. Update 2. There is a jury note. Judge Goodolph says his inclination is to simply reiterate his instructions and add that they are not being asked to determine if there was an open-end conspiracy between Russell and Cash Jones, only that there was a conspiracy. So I get it. I get it now. Their goal is to single-handedly get Robert any way they can. So in order to get Robert, they had to get June, and they had to get the other guy, Daryl McDavid. Daryl McDavid turned state. June didn't. So they're going to try to prosecute June and Robert. And they're going to try to give Daryl a open-end slap on the wrist. Watch. AUSA Davis, fine with U.S. Friedman, I agree. Judge Goodolph, I'll call them in and tell them it is not appropriate to put in notes anything about the discussions taking place in the jury room. Then I'll refer them to page 21. Judge Goodolph, please bring out the jury. Jury entering. Judge Goodolph, your wrote were confused. We are confused. You wrote, we are confused. Some of us feel that Cash Jones participated in a conspiracy with the defendant that was open-ended. Others feel no proof Jones was available. Judge Goodolph, questions are appropriate, but don't disclose the nature of any conversations in the jury room. On conspiracy, see page 21 of my charge. You may resume deliberations. Jury leaves. Judge, we'll await their next note. Us too. Watch this feed. Update during law after jury showed his hand. Darnell Russell and Friedman speak first in the courtroom, now outside of it. Seems Friedman is interpreting the note and mulling a plea to count 1 to avoid a verdict on count 2. Would the U.S. even offer that now? Update near final. The prosecutors are back in the courtroom. It seems there is not only a note, but a verdict. Now Darnell Russell is back. Judge Goodolph, okay, the jury has reached a verdict. Bringing jurors out. All rise. Judge Goodolph, Mr. Foreperson, what you say? Guilty. After jury leaves. Friedman, I'll brief my Rule 29 motion in 2 weeks. Judge Goodolph, sentencing November the 21st at 10 a.m. Note, there were 2 UN marshals in the courtroom in case Judge Goodolph ordered him immediately jailed. He didn't. Update, I ran out of the courthouse and caught up with Darnell Russell and his lawyer, Friedman. asked them if any comment on the verdict. First, Darnell Russell told Freeman, "I'm not talking to him." Then a real no comment. Inner City Press will cover the motions and sentencing and the wider R. Kelly and others' legal worlds. This case is U.S. versus Russell. Jesus Christ. The morning of jury select. Look at this. The morning of jury selection and the R. Kelly trial, which began on August 18th, 2021, with a no call-in line and no press or public in the courtroom. His lawyers docketed a motion to dismiss below. On September the 2nd, Inner City Press went to the Eastern District New York Courthouse in Brooklyn before 9 a.m. There were supporters of R. Kelly on the sidewalk in front, one with a tiara. There was other journalists. On a delay occasion by the flooding of the subway system, all entered and up to the overflow courtroom on the 6th floor. On TV screens, at first, 2 lawyers milled about, then others, then Judge Ann Donnelly herself. Why she decided not only to ban the press and public from the actual courtroom, there where the reactions of the jury, for example, could be gauged, but worse, to have no call-in line is not known. Now is why. When she played some of the audio the prosecutors presented to the jurors, it was only for some members of the media, rather than have it made available as a judicial document. Later, on September 27th, 9 jury guilty verdicts for R. Kelly, whose lawyer, Devereaux Canick, said, "I'm sure will be appealing." On June 8th, the U.S. filed its sentencing memo, asking for more than 25 years, based on a total offense level of 45 and a criminal history category of 1. The applicable guidelines range is life imprisonment. 2. A sentence in excess of 25 years is warranted. The government respectfully submits that a sentence in excess of 25 years is appropriate in light of all relevant factors, including the nature and circumstances of the offense, the history and characteristics of the defendant, and the need for the sentence to reflect the seriousness of the offense, to promote respect for the law, to provide just punishment, to afford adequate deterrence, and to protect the public. Memo on Inner City Press. Document cloud here. On June the 29th, in a proceeding of which no live tweeting was permitted, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years. He did not speak prior to sentencing, unlike, for example, Ghislaine Maxwell, the previous day in Southern District of New York. She got 20 years. We'll have more on this. Wow. And then there's just different topics and people that they covered. Oh no, wait a minute. September the 2nd, witnesses began with a Mr. Yong Fee Woo, phonetic, a forensic biologist in Illinois. He put big numbers on the screen. Look, my 30 zeros. But when R. Kelly's lawyer Canick asked if weren't possible that the semen stain shirt he tested hadn't been taken by someone coming over the fence, he replied, "I don't know that story." Wait a minute. September the 2nd, witnesses began with a Mr. Yong Fee Woo, phonetic, a forensic biologist in Illinois. He put big numbers on the screen. Look, my 30 zeros. But when R. Kelly's lawyer Canick asked if weren't possible that the semen stained shirt he tested hadn't been taken by someone coming over the fence, he replied, "I don't know that story." Next up was Homeland Security Special Agent Chris Wilson, not to be confused with the next witness, Chris' cousin Mike. Chris testified at length about photos and text messages extracted from the 2 iPhones and 1 laptop taken from R. Kelly. Then Mike Kelly, who was present at the arrest on July 11, 2019 in Chicago's Trump building, testified about an iPad. During this, the woman in the tiara, whose birthday it was and who said she was spending it with the king of R&B, fell asleep on the back bench of the overflow courtroom. To be honest, began to snore. Uh-oh. Damn, Jazz. Dana wasn't lying. Woo! A court security. Oh man, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Why they so petty? Why they so petty?
Is she not?
No, she not. Wait a minute. Girl, she need to. Wait a minute. She need to be. Oh, you need to be shot.
Wake up!
Yes, that part. You know the Catholic. Cheers! I know you fucking lying. Hit him.
He's so bad, man.
Gerber.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh Lordy. What up, MC Outlaw? Oh my God. A court security officer came in and told her, you can't sleep in the courtroom. You have to go outside. But she sat up and remarked accurately, this is the boring part. Wait a minute.
Better believe it. If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
And needlessly opaque, no exhibits, no calling line. Watch the site and this vlog. Hear the podcast. Previously reverse chronological, with less transparency each week. Now, no exhibits have been made available since August 23rd. On the morning of August 21st, the defense filed a request for access to legal mail and documents they say have been withheld for more than 2 months. Photo of letter tweeted here. And now, full letter on Inner City Press. Document cloud here. Reason: United States versus Robert Kelly criminal docket. Okay. Dear Judge Donnelly, the defense writes to respectfully request that the court order that the Bureau of Prisons and U.S. Marshals provide Mr. Kelly with his legal mail and documents that were collected when he was moved from MCC Chicago to MDC Brooklyn. Mr. Kelly was moved to MDC Brooklyn over 2 months ago, and his mail and legal documents from MCC Chicago have not been delivered. Accordingly, it is respectfully requested that the court order that the BOP and U.S. Marshals provide Mr. Kelly his legal mail and documents from MCC Chicago. Watch this site and this. Inner City Press published a full motion on its document cloud here and song here. Inner City Press, which successfully advocated for the restoration of call-in access to January the 6th proceedings and the District of Columbia, did an August 18th stand up outside the U.S. District Court and the Southern District of New York here. From the motion to dismiss, Mr. R. Kelly's respectfully submits this memorandum of law in support of his pretrial motion to dismiss in advance of trial in this matter. Inner City Press published the full memo on this document cloud here. Inner City Press will continue to follow and report on these cases. Eastern District of New York is U.S. versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly. Criminal and SDNY is this case is U.S. versus Russell 20 CR 538. Godolph. More on Patreon here. Man. Everything I told y'all see it again. And them people went on platforms and said, Dana lying, Dana don't do this, Dana ain't say that. I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. Take it, hold it, you're gonna remember it. Once it hit back again, you're gonna be like, Dana said that. Now I'm gonna say this. There was no other blogger willing to take the stand that I took against Don Russell. All other bloggers went against me. Me and Levi done had knockout arguments about this. And Levi was like, bro, no. Just don't, not. Look, definitely shout out to Sean Russell. And I know I've been saying it, and it's been in a safe place. Starting next Wednesday, we're going to do this book, and we're going to go through it. Finally, the guilty verdict of Don Russell is for Robert Sylvester Kelly, is for the victim, Sean Russell, that she had to go through this for years, dealing with June Barrett and Donnell Russell. This is for Will. This is for myself. This is mainly, once again, for Robert and his kids. And I'll say this. If it wasn't for Don, Robert wouldn't be in jail. There would be no federal case. But because Don had to get his hands on the masters, he wanted to liquidate him. He wanted to be Robert. Now look. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, I expect him to try to dispatch his boys after me. I expect him trying to put a hit on my head. But I will go online and say this. Don't be surprised if what you try to do don't happen to you. Don't be surprised at what you trying to do don't happen to you. Understand that. Understand that. His sentencing is November the 21st, right before Thanksgiving. Like I said once and I said it again. I've been there. I've done that. Nobody wanted to speak out against him. I'll step up to the plate. I'll do it. Like I say, the big 8. I fear nothing and no man. As long as I keep my hand in God's hand, I don't worry nothing. So I'll say this to the chicken shucking, tap dancing, wannabe manager. You got one more case coming up at the end of August. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's the worst case. And the only thing I can say to you, homie, is this right here.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey.